Okay, hey everybody. I'm doing this a little bit different today. I know it's been a bit since I put out a video, but I've been really busy, you guys, with other things. But I'm going to try to get back to doing more because I enjoy it. I really do. And I've been doing the sky watch, and I never stopped doing that. And I've got a lot of footage I'd like to share with you guys. I just got to find the time to do it. But anyway, I had done this one for the eclipse on the April 8th, and I got the video ready and the narration, and I just never got around to putting it together and editing it and putting it all together like presentable, so my sister's over, Trina, but I thought, since my sister's here, why don't I just watch it with her, and we'll record it together and get her reaction, and just use that as a narration. That way I don't have to spend all the time editing and doing all the stuff required to, get all the sounds, unwanted sounds, artifacts out of it and so forth. So anyway, without further ado, April 8th Eclipse 2024. But anyway, Trina, this is the video I made of the April 8th eclipse, and I want you to watch some of these things that happen. See, I don't know what that is flying through there. It's hard to tell with the filter on how far that is away from the camera. That's what makes it hard. See, do you see that? And I put these on repeat so that you can see them over and over. And there's a couple. I don't know, but I got one thing that to me is really weird.
Around up that high.
These really, it's possible they could be bugs. I don't think they are, but you can't rule that out. But I got one I want to show you that definitely doesn't look like a bug or anything else. But
look at that.
Yeah, that's the lens flare. I was doing this just because the lens flare.
That big white thing's the lens flare?
No, the white thing is the sun. The perfect shaped moon crescent one, that is the lens flare. But I found the lens flare more interesting than the actual sun because it was showing the perfect eclipse, right?
Right.
Because we weren't in that 70-mile zone, so I didn't get the full eclipse
Did you filter it that color, the purple color?
Yeah, this is with a filter.
Okay.
That I had on the camera. I got one camera that's got a filter on it. None of this stuff has added filters from my software. This is all, look at that.
What's that?
See, it might be a bug. I mean, I just don't know.
No, that's not
Trina,
no bug.
I know, I don't think it is either, but it looks like an angel, don't it? With flying wings.
Oh, it is.
I put it on repeat, yeah,
it is.
and it just disappeared.
You can see the wings.
Right.
That's not a bug.
Look at that. See that? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just showing you because look, it looks like a flying saucer at one point. I should have paused it right there. See right there. I did pause it.
Well, that did look like.
Yeah, I paused it right there, and it looked like a flying saucer. And here's another. But there's things. There's one particular one I really show it good, and I'll show you in just a minute. But look at this one. That one looks like it could be a bug, possibly, but I don't know. Look at it. Watch. I slowed it down. It's shiny.
Oh, that's not a bug.
Look, I slowed it way down.
That's not a bug.
It looks like it's got spinning propellers on it. But they wasn't no helicopters or nothing out there. No. And that one was just real fast.
What's that white thing flashing behind it?
See, that I don't know. I repeated it because it just happened for a split second, one frame. So I just repeated the one frame to make it where people can see it. But this was like, I sped it up because this was like time lapse over,
Right.
Quite a bit of time. So I realigned it so that it could slowly. Then I let my hands off of it so it wouldn't shake, and I just let it go do this as another view of it. But the one flying thing is fixing to happen in a minute. That's one of the ones that I really do question. Out of all of them, there's one that's really, really unique, and I was going to go with just doing that and making a video of just that one thing. Yeah. But I thought the other ones were interesting enough that's why I wanted you to watch it with me and see what you thought about it, whether I should put it up as a video with these other things flying. And I think it's good to just do it and let people decide what they think it is, because I'm not sure, But that was when it was starting to get to the point of where it was a full eclipse.
A helicopter can't fly as high as the moon.
No, that wasn't a helicopter. This is This was about the end of the best of it for here because we weren't in the zone to get the, but see how little the crescent is, the moon?
Yeah.
That's basically near the end of the
And that
eclipse
big
for
white
here. Yeah, that is the sun, the big blob. But the reason you hear those pew, that's because this is the live footage that's sped up, and those are planes going across the sky that you don't see in here because they're out of view completely. Those other things were not planes, no way, no how, no helicopters or nothing. If they weren't bugs, they were something else.
Right.
When I first saw them, I thought something else, but then I thought, well, I did have a filter on, so it's hard to tell just how far away from the camera they were.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one on here that I'm just pretty sure.
What's that thing in the middle there?
That's just a lens flare.
Oh.
See, that's 3 of the crescents. But notice how the one crescent's cut off at the end? That's kind of weird on the left side. See, it's a bullhorn without one. Now it's back to normal. That's just
How come sometimes
anomaly.
you get a lens flare and sometimes you don't?
That's just the camera, the way they do, light reflections and refractions and stuff. But there's where it's getting to the near at the end of the, because this is about as good as it got here. But that's still pretty good. We were at the 90% area. As I looked it up online, and it said that this area gets 90% totality. That's why I was wanting to go to Arkansas to catch the whole thing, but we didn't get to go. So this is what I did out in the yard here. My neighbors back here, Renee, they were sitting out in the yard watching it too. I went over and visited with them. They had the glasses though. I was using my little film looking at it through, but on this camera here, I had the lens. Oh, there it is. Here's the one that's weird. Look at this one. I looped it and slowed it down a little bit each time so you could actually see it.
Yeah,
this is the one that's really questionable.
That's not a bug for sure.
That looks like 2 things, kind of, don't it?
It's tracks. It looks like tracks.
It does look like tracks. It looks like 2 rib cages or something flying through the air. So that's the one that I really wanted to show. Look at that. I mean, you remember there used to be these things called rods I've caught before, but look at that thing.
Yeah, that's...
It ain't no bug I ever seen,
that's something different. It's tracks.
And that's real-time video slowed down. You know what I mean?
That's weird. It goes right through it.
Yeah. See, I sped it back. This is back to normal speed now, and then I slowed it down and sped it up here so that it would move faster. It was only when things started showing up flying around, then I slowed it down to normal speed, then slowed it down a little bit more and a little bit more. But this is about to the end. I just showed this last little bit because it was the final part of the eclipse. But it turns out that the live footage was the best. I didn't even use any of the time lapses.
Yeah.
Unless I stuck them on the end, and I don't think I did. I think this is the only one I used because it's the one that caught all the anomalies. Them lens flares are just weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hear my camera snapping listen. Hear it? That's my other camera doing the time lapses.
Yeah, look at those flares. That's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. I hope this recording comes out to where I don't even have to edit it because I would like to just be able to slap it on there and upload it, and be done with it. Because I've been sitting on this one for a while. I finished the video part of it right after the eclipse, but then I did the narration and I wasn't really happy with the narration, so it's just kind of set on the back burner until you came over and I thought, well, I'll show you. We'll see what you think about it and just talk about it with the recorder on and see if that might be better as a narration than me just talking by myself.
I don't think that was 2 things flying. I think that was one thing flying across there that looked
I think
like
it was
tracks.
one thing too, but what do you reckon it could have been? Some kind of, I don't know. I just don't know. Is it some kind of living creature or is it some kind of craft up there by the sun or something. I just don't know.
A craft of some kind.
Here, I'm trying to zoom in and refocus is what's happening when it's going in and out like that, because I'm trying to get, I tried to get the sun to do what the lens flare was doing. There's the other one. There's another one flying thing that I caught.
Yeah.
See, I slowed down the film, but that's the real-time footage. It's just got that filter on the camera, not on the software. This is the camera itself. I've got a filter that you adjust, you know, to get the perfect amount of darkness. And this one is the only one I could adjust it to with where the crescent showed in the lens flare perfectly like that. Anywhere else I adjusted it, it turned it, it made it not focus right. It would be not a good, you know, smooth picture like that. But I think that was the last flying anomalies. And oh wait, no, there's more. Now that might be a bug right there. I don't know. I see two things. There's one going across and then one coming down. I slowed it down. Look, one coming down and one going across.
That one going across the, I don't know.
But it's just weird that you got one this way and then right then another one comes from the top.
Like some,
oh, here's another one. Look at this one. Look at this one, Trina. That's fast, man. That thing was moving.
And it's going upward.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. That's my sister and me.